Hey, core group leaders, so glad you guys are doing this. We love it. We love it that you guys have stepped into this massive need and awesome part of what's happening with our church. This training time, we are going to talk about how do you care for hurting people. Now, I know that you guys are getting some training pieces. You're going to get some books on this. You're going to get some chapters you're going to get to read on how to set up meal trains and some of the steps you might take with someone that's hurting from your core group. What I want to do is give you a little bit more on just some of the things you need to be careful of, be aware of in navigating your core group through people that tend to share a lot of hurting stuff in their group. We want your groups to be vulnerable, places where people can be vulnerable. We want this to be a place where they can share real life, their good and their bad. But we also know that some of you are going to face some of those people that will tend to, in some ways, dominate your group with it. They'll tend to dominate your check-ins with it. And so I want to help you navigate some of those areas that maybe they're chapters in your books that you're getting trained on. Maybe some of those aren't going to address some of these very practical parts of just leading a small group. The first one, I wrote a few of these things down. The first one is you are not Jesus. I want you to remember that. You are not Jesus. That's super important for you to just go, okay, I can't fix this person. I have to remember that I want to care for them as much as I can, but I can't fix it. So I just need to be an ear to listen, and every once in a while, something that I can say that will encourage them towards the help that they need. Which leads me to the second one. You need to recognize, my clinical psychiatrist that was my mentor in my life for 20 years used to tell me this all the time, recognize when it's above your pay grade. When you get into certain places that some people are sharing, you might get to a spot where you're going, I don't know how to address it. I don't know what to say to them. That's where you have to ask for the help, or you send them to the help where they're paid to be able to know what to do. You're going to come across issues of depression. You're going to come across issues of eating disorders. You're going to come across people that are struggling like crazy in an area of marriage. You're going to come across real low self-esteem issues that someone might share. Those are some hurting issues that someone will have that you might go, okay, this is beyond what I have any ability to be able to walk with somebody in. That's when you need to make sure that you're equipped. Make sure Chris or somebody else is giving you the information that you need to be able to send them to the person that you need to send them to. We fully believe in therapy and counseling around here at Ascent, and we believe that that's powerful for anybody to experience. And so we want you to be able to drive them to the people that know how to ask the next level question. We ask first and second level questions. Somebody else might be trained enough to ask a third level question. You get those counselors and therapists, they know how to get down to a fourth level that can really get to the heart of some issues that you won't know how to get to in what they're sharing. So always know when to wave the white flag and surrender when you need to surrender, okay? When you hear someone sharing hard stuff in your group, if you feel like that's going pretty far, it's taking up a lot of your time in your group, you're not sure what to do with it, I would suggest going one-on-one with them. And when you go one-on-one with them, ask them, what are you hoping for from the group? Are you hoping for change, for that your marriage would change? Because that's not what the group's going to be able to give you. The group might be able to just give you examples or a sample of what they might have done. Ask them what they're looking for. And then if they continue to kind of dominate your time, you might consider things like a timer. I know that sounds like you're not caring if you put people on a timer, but if you put your group on a timer and then you explain to them that they're either going to get 3 minutes apiece or 45 minutes overall as a group to share, then they'll hopefully be able to understand, okay, I only get a certain portion of this, and I have to be careful of how much time I'm taking. So think about those things. Even though it might sound like you're not caring, you are caring, because remember, you're caring for the entire group. You're not caring for just one person. You're caring for all of them. So we want to make sure that they're all getting their chance to be able to share, and one person is not dominating, okay? if you find yourself carrying somebody's burden, this is around empathy. Sometimes some of you have a lot of empathy and you're carrying someone's burden at home. You're at home and you're going, oh my gosh, I can't let go of what this person shared in their small group. Man, that's a pretty good sign that we might be in a place where we need to give that off to somebody else. We need to seek some extra help for them. Remember, counselors have to keep their empathy in check because they can't get too far into it that they're carrying too much of it themselves. If you're carrying too much, please come and ask one of us. Ask us to what to do. Ask for help. If you could hear anything from me, know that you're not in this alone. Ask for the help. Now, the main thing, the one that I really want to address of all the hurting things that you might come across, it's the person that actually might start having suicidal tendencies. That's a big one that I know that we've seen this in the past, and a lot of times a small group leader will just feel like, oh my gosh, I have to be with them 24/7. If I leave there, if they get out of my sight, then what might happen? It's now this is on me. You need to know that it is not on you. You need to think about all the things. You need to think, I'm not Jesus in this. It's above my pay grade. I need to ask for help. I can't carry all of this burden. You need to think through all of those things and then say, okay, I've gotten the help that I need. I'm being trained on where to send them to next, or where to walk them with them. This is one where you might have to walk with them in it. But in the end, you have to know this is not on you. That's key. A lot of times we will carry that kind of stuff and we'll say, this is on me. It is not on you. And we are in this together to walk through this with these people, okay? Hurting people, we want so much to care deeply for them, and we trust that we know that you will care for them. But we also need to know when you can send a hurting person to somebody that needs the help. So ask for the help yourself. Send them to the people that you need to send them to. We love you guys. Keep going in this. It's not easy. No one thinks that they're a fantastic small group leader. They all feel like, gosh, what could I have done better? All of us feel that way. We're just going to keep going forward and trying to help these people lead towards steps towards Jesus.